Newsflash, Spurs aren't a rival. Get it into your head. You're not our rival. You're irrelevant. And Christian Pulisic update. Let's get into it. Welcome to the video, Bratohi. Welcome to the Kavkas View. And it's another match preview. And I have got 3 major stories for you guys today, but majority of them will be covered in Thomas Tuchel's press conference. It was one that was full, and one amazing story about Callum Hudson-Odoi getting the FA shiver me timbers. They're all scared. They're all petrified, and they don't know what to do because it looks like he's pledging his allegiance to Ghana. Let's get into it. But obviously, before we get started, if you hate Tottenham, if you can't stand Tottenham, hit that like button. If I don't see at least 350 likes, you don't really hate Tottenham. Apparently, I'm meant to hate Tottenham, right? Apparently, I'm meant to despise Tottenham. So hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this up to 12k. I'm sick and tired of seeing 11k, right? 15,000 is the target at the end of the year. I don't know if we're gonna hit that, but is a target nevertheless. Make it happen. But you guys know me, and you guys know I come with the energy, and you guys know I come with the pizzazz, right? And before we get into that press conference and the predicted lineup, I'm gonna have to ask you guys a question. What makes Spurs think they're good enough to even be our rivals? How can they be our rivals? When was the last time they were relevant? When was the last time they came to our stadium and played for something that was important? Oh yeah, I remember. Eden put one in the top corner, and next thing you know, their title hopes were gone. They finished 3rd in that title race as well. What makes them think they're actually even a relevant club? In my lifetime, right? In my lifetime, Spurs have won 1 trophy, if I'm not mistaken. 1 trophy. And yet I'm meant to fear them. And yet I'm meant to call them a rival. No, it's just a derby. That's exactly what it is. You're Fulham, you're West Ham, you're Crystal Palace, you're Brentford. That's exactly who you are. Don't think you're any more special than they are, all right? You are not our rival. Now let's get on with the press conference. Ran over. Thomas Tuchel gives us an update regarding the one and only Christian Pulisic and N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante's fit and it looks like he's ready to play. He said he trained with the team and he's just ready to play. You gotta love the energy there. Pulisic is training by himself. This is progress from the week before when he wasn't training, so he has not made the game in time. I don't know whether to be worried about this, guys. This is something so little, right? And now this is gonna be the 3rd game he's missed. It's getting really worrying, it's getting really irritating because he's got a lot to offer and he's 23 years old today, so happy birthday, Pully. They asked Thomas Tuchel if it's a good time to play your rivals, and he says, look, it's always a good time to play your rivals. It lifts the levels, and Spurs is always a great game. It gives you an opportunity to go to the next level. For me personally, like I told you guys, they're not rivals. This is just a forced thing by the media, by Sky, by BT, just to get views and clicks, because it's just to build up anticipation. I don't take this team seriously. Like, what have they done for me to take Spurs seriously? Like, Heung-min Son and Kane, right? And Heung-min Son might not even be playing. Let's get their team news in. Spurs are in the mud. They've got so many injuries and so many players that haven't trained because they've had to quarantine. It's ridiculous. These players are absolutely not match fit. Like, I don't think there's any other way to say it. Nuno's holding an emergency training session on Saturday night. And the reason why is because he wants to gather the squad together one last time before the game. He hasn't had the opportunity to use any of the South American players because a lot of them have been suspended because they went and represented their national side. And now Heung-min Son is very doubtful for the game, but Tuchel openly says, and he reiterates, look, I'm not going to be guessing who is going to be playing and who isn't. It's not the way I roll. We're going to prepare for the team the way they are, and we're going to attack them head on. It wouldn't be the media, would it? Unless they threw in a little grenade in there. And the grenade is spot on, man. They just dashed it in. Kane and Lukaku. He said the only comparison they have together is they both score goals. Everything else, they're different players, different profile. And I agree with that. I think they're completely different players. And it's very difficult to sit there and say this one's better than the other one. Because I actually think Romelu Lukaku is a better goal scorer than Harry Kane. But I think as an all-round player, Harry Kane is the better all-round player. If you ask me now, who would I have in my team? I think Harry Kane's legs are gone. I genuinely do. I think having Harry Kane's legs gone, Lukaku suits Chelsea more. I think Harry Kane is the better player. That's my personal opinion. I love Thomas Tuchel. And one of the reasons I love him is because he does not care what anybody thinks. He just says his mind. And I love people like that, all right? You don't like it, don't listen. Turn it off. Don't listen, geezer. Do you understand that? But they asked him about Antonio Rudiger and the contract situation. He says, I hope he stays. How many managers have literally swerved questions like that? Don't get involved with the upstairs. He goes, I hope he stays. But this isn't decided by me. He basically took the blame and threw it away. And he said, as far as away from him. He said, there's 3 parties that are involved. Rudiger, his agents, and the club. If you want to ask questions, go and ask them questions. I hope he stays. His mind's in the right place. He will be playing. He ain't leaving this year, so he's playing. And I think that's the best way to do it. You guys know my perspective on the Tony Rudiger deal. If you want to give him a new deal, give it to him. Don't disrespect the man by giving him a low ball answer, but pay him what he's worth. They asked him about the performances, and he spoke about the performances, and he goes, he expected performances to be down. Look, a lot of players came back from the Euros. A lot of players came back from Copa America late. Training sessions weren't fluid. They were constantly getting people coming in and out of the camp. Then you start looking at the international break that is located stupidly, and all of a sudden you've got 2 games in the space of 5 days. Zenit and Aston Villa. And he's very open about this. He said he didn't expect great performances, but they're winning. But this just means it's a great opportunity to build. You're winning, but you need to get better. And he demands they get better. And for me, this is great because it means he sees what I see. And I've been saying, we're not playing well, we're getting results. But I have been saying we need to improve, and he says the same thing. I love it. It means my manager and I see eye to eye. I've not had a manager like this in a long time. I've had Frank Lampard, who I disagreed with his tactics. I've had Antonio Conte, who believes defending is the best form of attack. I didn't agree with that. Sorry, I loved him, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's so refreshing to have a great manager like Thomas Tuchel, you know. Thank you very much. I really appreciated his stance on Saul as well. Look, Thomas Tuchel, like I said, he says what he thinks, and the way he's ruthless. The way he handled Saul last week, yeah. How many managers would have given him 15 minutes extra? Nah, mate, take an early shower, get in there. You ain't getting back on that pitch. You ain't playing against Zenit either. Sort your act out. You need to acclimatise to the league. And for me, I love that. That's the management I like. I want him to be harsh, but I want him to be fair. And I think there's a great balance and a great line. And he openly defends the player today. He says, look, he's going to have to acclimatise to the league. He's going to have to develop, but we know the ability's there. We wouldn't have loaned him if we didn't know the ability was there. He's a fantastic player. We need to be patient, and we need to give him an opportunity. And I think that's exactly where we have to leave it at. Saul's not going to be a starter. He's 4th choice. 4th choice. It's not that deep. He will get game time, he will develop, behave. And the final story is apparently a lot of people are making a big deal about, oh, you know what, you had to put away on Tuesday and Spurs go to Thursday. Do you think it's fair? What do you mean, do you think it's fair? We qualified for the Champions League. It's not my fault they qualified for the Intertoto Cup. It's not my fault they're playing on a Thursday night and they need to play their strongest team against the Rennes and still drop points. It's not my fault. Play Harry Kane, play Bergwijn. Play your first team against a Conference League side. Let's call it the Intertoto Cup, by the way, yeah? It's not our fault. And Tuchel openly says, look, the statistics openly says it does not benefit us. The extra day's preparation does not have such a big factor as people are making it sound. And personally, I don't care even if it does. Qualify for the Champions League or don't get into the Intertoto Cup. It's as simple as that. Alright gang, that absolutely wraps up the press conference, but now we're going to go into my predictions and I think the lineup that Thomas Tuchel is going to pick. Firstly, my prediction, I think we're going to get a comfortable 2-0 victory. I think Mendy is going to get another clean sheet. I think Rudiger's going to ball out. I think Romelu Lukaku's going to get another goal. I think Chelsea are going to win 2-0. I think it's going to be comfy. And I think we're going to go back to 3-point lane because that's what we're going to be calling it. Nuno's going to park the bus and we're going to eat them up alive. The team that's going to do it is here. Let me talk you through it. I think a lot of you aren't going to like this lineup, but I think this is what Tuchel's going to pick. I really do. I think Mendy goes in goal, keeps another clean sheet. Back 3 of Christensen, Thiago, Rudiger. Right wing back, we're going to go with Azpilicueta. I think he's going to trust him over Callum Hudson-Odoi. I think that's the approach he's going to take. Aspi came on, looked very good against Zenit, and that's what's going to happen. Then, Villa. Sorry, came on against Villa. Villa was the one. Left back, I think Alonso is going to continue. I really do. I think a midfield 2 is going to be NG, N'Golo Kante, and the one and the only Jorginho. I think Jorginho is going to start, Kovacic is going to drop to the bench, and we're going to be keeping those 3 fresh. They're going to rotate. Saul's going to be the 3rd, 4th piece of the puzzle, but those 3 are going to be the prime targets for this. As they go, this team goes as far as these lot play. As good as they play is how far we go. The front 3, simple. I think Mount, Havertz, and Lukaku. I don't see anyone else starting. I think this is the team. And I think this team's going to be good enough for a 2-0 victory. I don't think it will be super comfortable, but I think it will be a convincing victory. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, 350 likes is the target. 15k by the end of the year. Let's see if we hit that target. Alright, peace out. I'm out. See you for the review tomorrow. Bye.